Have you ever felt that little spike of fear right before you hit enter on a Git command? Yeah? Well, if you have, you are in exactly the right place. This is Git That Finally Makes Sense, the series that's going to make you totally fearless with Git.
I mean, you know the commands I'm talking about, right? Like git reset -hard? Oh yeah, that's the one that can make you sweat, even when it's cold.
Or how about git rebase? You've probably used it, maybe a lot, but do you really know what's happening under the hood?
And of course this one, git push -force. This one can feel like you're rolling the dice with your entire code base.
Or maybe this little guy, git clean -fd. See, these commands make most of us nervous, and it's not because they're all that complicated. It's because we don't have a really solid picture of what they're actually doing.
And see, that is the real problem. It isn't about memorizing a bunch of commands, it's about finally getting the mental model behind them.
You know, most Git tutorials, they just give you a recipe book, a list of commands to copy and paste. They don't actually give you the framework that makes those commands feel, well, obvious. So you end up on Stack Overflow, you navigate very, very carefully, and it feels like you're working around Git instead of making Git work for you.
Okay, so this series, it fixes that. We're going to do it in 5 parts. Now, each one is totally self-contained, but when you put them all together, they build one single complete mental model of how Git actually works, not just what you're supposed to type into the terminal.
So how are we going to build that rock-solid mental model? We're going to start with part 1, how Git actually thinks. This is the foundation. It's the most important piece, and it's the one that, for some reason, most tutorials just skip right over. So in this part, you're going to see that Git doesn't store changes or diffs. It actually stores snapshots of your entire project. We're going to learn that a branch isn't some big, complex, parallel universe. It's just a tiny little file pointing to a single commit. I'm telling you, once this core model clicks into place, every single command just starts to make perfect sense.
Then, we're going to build on that foundation with part 2, committing with intention. This is all about how to create a project history that's actually useful, a story that you or someone else can read and understand months or years from now.
Because a commit isn't just a save point, right? It's a piece of documentation for your future self. Seriously. 6 months from now, when you're digging through the history trying to figure out why a change was made, you're going to be so thankful that you left a clean, clear history. And we'll use awesome tools like interactive rebase to make sure that history tells a great story.
Then, in part 3, we get to branching without fear. We're going to take branching from something you do kind of cautiously to what I think will become your absolute favorite feature in all of Git.
Branching is what makes Git so incredibly safe and powerful. We'll give you a clear strategy for it. And you know that whole merge versus rebase debate? We're going to show you why it's not a religion. It's just a strategic choice, and there are clear criteria for when to use which. We'll give you those criteria, and you'll be resolving conflicts without breaking a sweat. Part 4 zooms out a bit to collaboration without chaos. Because let's be honest, using Git by yourself is one thing, but using it on a team, that's a whole different ballgame. We're going to talk about how to get your pull requests reviewed faster, how to use protected branches to prevent costly mistakes, and even how to automate some checks with Git hooks. Because here's the secret. Most Git problems on teams, they're not actually technical problems. They're coordination problems, and we're going to fix those. And finally, part 5, which, I gotta say, might be my favorite. Git as your safety net. This is where we prove to you that it is incredibly hard to permanently lose your work in Git, no matter how badly you think you've messed up. That branch you accidentally deleted? Yeah, it's recoverable. That reset hard you immediately regretted? We can rewind that. The rebase that just went completely off the rails? We'll show you exactly how to untangle it. With amazing tools like the reflog, cherry pick, and bisect, you'll see that you can get pretty much all of it back. So there you have it, 5 parts. Each one can stand on its own, so you can jump straight to what you need right now. Or you can watch them all in order to get that complete picture. So, how do you know if this series is for you? Well, does any of this sound familiar? You know the basics, right? Git, add, commit, push, pull, you can get by. But some of those other commands, they still feel like a roll of the dice. You find yourself kind of tiptoeing around Git instead of using it with real confidence. And yeah, maybe sometimes you copy-paste the command from Stack Overflow and just hope for the best. We've all been there. If that sounds anything like you, then this series is absolutely for you. It's for any developer who uses Git every single day, but really wants to go beyond the surface and finally, truly understand what's happening underneath.
Now, the entire series is completely free. All 5 parts will be right here on YouTube and on the blog. But if you want a super handy reference with all the commands, checklists, and templates in one place, I've also created the Git Mastery Field Guide. It's a 23-page PDF you can keep on your desktop for whenever you need it. The link for that is down in the description.
The best place to start is right with part 1. Everything else we cover really builds on that foundational mental model.
Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the parts as they come out. I am so excited to share this with you. Let's do this. I'll see you in the series.